A man raises his sword to kill the queen, but suddenly, a girl jumps in the way. Her body instantly freezes over. The sword shatters on impact, sending the man flying. The queen looks, and it's her own sister who just saved her life. After their parents died, her sister was the only family she had left, but all she'd ever done was push her away. When they were kids, the queen would use her magic to play with her sister, but one time, she slipped, and a blast of magic accidentally hit her sister in the head. Their father, the king, rushed her to the ancient trolls for help. The troll king healed her, but to keep her safe, he removed all memories of her sister's powers. He left only the happy moments they shared. Then he warned the older sister, "Your magic will only grow stronger, but with that power comes danger. You have to learn to control it, and your greatest enemy is fear." To protect the young queen, the king shut the palace gates and let the staff go. He isolated his daughter in her room, keeping her away from everyone, even her own sister. Time and time again, the younger sister would knock on her door, just wanting to play, only to be turned away. She couldn't understand what happened. One day they were best friends, and the next, her sister just shut her out completely. Meanwhile, the older sister's powers were getting stronger and more dangerous. Everything she touched turned to ice. Her father gave her a pair of special gloves to contain it. The sisters grew up, and the younger one got used to her sister always being locked away. Years later, their parents tragically died in a shipwreck, but the older sister didn't even come to the funeral. 3 years later, as the eldest, it was time for her to take the throne. For the first time in years, the palace gates opened for the new queen's coronation. Dignitaries from all over the world arrived. The coronation went smoothly, and during the celebration, the younger sister met a prince from a nearby kingdom. The naive princess instantly fell for the handsome prince, and it was love at first sight. That very night, she brought the prince to the queen and asked for her blessing to get married, but the queen refused. She argued they'd just met, and that her sister, having grown up alone in the palace, couldn't possibly know what real love is. Her sister was furious. She demanded to know why the queen would stand in her way, and the argument got heated. Heartbroken, the queen fled from the palace, only to run into a crowd of her own people, all cheering for their new ruler. This just terrified her more, and the more scared she got, the less control she had over her powers. With a single accidental wave of her hand, she froze the entire courtyard fountain. Just then, the scheming Duke of Wesselton ran out, pointing and shouting, "She's a monster!" Her magic erupted uncontrollably. Seeing the terrified looks on everyone's faces, the queen panicked and ran out of the city. But everywhere her feet touched, ice spread, quickly trapping the entire kingdom in an eternal winter. Seeing what happened, the younger sister left the prince in charge and took off after the queen, all by herself. But along the way, she lost her horse and fell into a freezing river. Luckily, it was a blessing in disguise, because that's where she met the most important man she'd ever know, a guy named Kristoff. Meanwhile, the queen, now free from everyone and everything, finally let herself go. In a stunning display of power, she created a magnificent ice castle out of thin air. After years of holding it all in, she was finally free.